Welcome to Test Room, your go-to hub for professional knowledge sharing. In this video, we will try to understand hierarchical structure of Selenium WebDriver, including its core interfaces and classes. This diagram provides a high-level overview of the Selenium WebDriver interface and class hierarchy. It all starts with search context, which is an base interface in Selenium that provide two abstract methods like find element and find elements for interacting with web elements. The WebDriver interface extends search context and provides additional abstract methods to control the browser actions, which includes get for navigating a particular URL, then closing a browser, quitting a browser, managing the settings, navigate to the browser histories, and switching the windows, etc. Additionally, we have web element, JavaScript executor, and take screenshot interfaces. These interfaces complement the WebDriver interface, expanding its functionality for interacting with web pages, executing the JavaScript, and capturing the screenshots. Together, they form a comprehensive set of tools for browser automation in Selenium. All the abstract methods exposed by these interfaces like web element, JavaScript executor, WebDriver, take screenshot are implemented by remote WebDriver class which serves as the base class, and all the browser specific functionalities are further extended by the browser driver classes like Chromium driver, the Safari driver, and Firefox driver classes. If you see if you see the Chromium driver, then which is again extended by the Chrome driver and the Edge driver. Here we will try to go a little deeper into these interfaces and try to see the methods, some of the methods that are exposed by each of these interfaces. The search context interface provides the essential methods like find element by the locators and find elements by the locators, which are the fundamental for looking and interacting with the web elements in Selenium. JavaScript executor interface provides a mechanism to the WebDriver to execute the JavaScript code snippets. It has got the two important functions called execute script and execute script in an asynchronous fashion. Execute script will execute the script JavaScript in the current context of the frame or an window. Okay, and whereas execute async script will also execute a script in the current context of the selected window and frame but asynchronously. Take screenshot interface helps the WebDriver to take the screenshot of an web page or an web element as required and store them in a different formats. The screenshot captured is returned to the WebDriver with base64 format. So it exposes the one function which is get screenshot. This method allows you to capture the screenshot and store them in a specific location. Web element interface in the Selenium represent an HTML element on a web page. It provides a method to perform the actions on web element and retrieve the information about them, such as clicking a button, entering a text, or fetching the attributes. Some of the commonly used method to perform the interaction with an web element are click, send keys, then clear, then getting the attribute and properties of a given web element like get text, get attribute, get CSS value, get tag name, and then uh, identifying the element states such as is displayed, is enabled, is selected, then getting the position and the size of the elements like get size, get location, etc., and some of the other methods like submit. These are some of the methods that are basically exposed by web element in order to interact with the web elements in a web page. Let us try to understand more about the WebDriver interface. WebDriver interface is one of the most important interface in Selenium, and it serves as a central interface for automating the browser interactions. It is used for controlling the browser, navigating through the web pages, and interacting with the elements within the web page. The key responsibility of this interface is the browser navigation, allowing the navigation between the pages, interacting with the browser. Then element interaction, providing the methods for locating and interacting with the elements. Browser management provides a method for handling the browser windows, cookies, timeouts, etc. And the session management, enable starting and stopping of the WebDriver sessions. WebDriver has below interfaces which are called as an inner interfaces. The first one is option interface. The purpose of this interface is to provide the methods for interacting with the browser settings and configurations. Some of the methods that are given by this interface are add cookies, like add cookies to the current browser session, delete cookies, deletes a specific cookie by its name, delete all the cookies, the manage. Then we also have a manage which returns the option instance for managing the window size, cookies and timeouts, and the window which returns the window instance for window related actions. The next one is a timeout interface which provides the methods to manage and set the various timeouts in Selenium. Like the implicit wait sets the amount of time that the Selenium can wait when trying to find an element if it is not immediately available. Implicit wait is we are setting the duration when Selenium performs a search operation, it will wait uh, till this timeout has reached. If it finds an element, then it comes out. Otherwise, what it will do, it will fail. It will return the it will return a message that it is failed to identify the particular element within this given time duration. Okay, that is called as an implicit wait. Now the page load timeout sets the time to wait for a page to load before throwing an error. It is also similar to implicit wait. Here it is waiting to load a particular page, right? It is waiting to load a particular page. Here it is waiting to identifying a particular web element. Set script timeout, which defines a timeout. The Selenium will wait for the script to execute before timing out. Okay. Then timeouts is another function, returns the timeout interface for configure the script and page load timeouts. Next one is about the target locator. Target locator provides the method for locating the frames, windows, alerts within the browser. Some of the methods that are exposed are frame, which switches the driver to a specific frame. Okay, so when we are talking about an iframe, you can basically use this method. Next one is the parent frame, switches the driver to the parent frame of the current frame. Okay, switches back into the parent frame. Then window switches to the specific window. So for example, if you click a particular link in your web page, this will take you into a new page. And if you want to automate that particular window, then you will have to use this particular method that is called as the window handler, which switches to the specific window identified by the unique handle. Alerts or the pop-ups, they switches the driver context to currently active alert. Okay, makes the driver to identify the currently active alert, allowing you to interact with the alerts like accepting or dismissing them. Okay, this is what target locator basically do. The next one is a navigation interface. The purpose is it allows you to navigate the browser history, back and forward, and refresh. Okay, some of the key methods are the back, which simulates pressing the browser back button. The forward simulates pressing the browser forward button. Refresh is basically simulate pressing the browser refresh button to reload the current page. Window interface, the purpose of this is manages the window related action such as resizing, the maximizing the windows. Okay, some of the key functions are the set size, resizes the browser window to the specified dimension. You'll have to specify the dimension like X and Y, right? So if you give the dimension like width and height, it will basically go and resize your window. Get the size, retrieve the current size of the browser window, then maximizes the browser using maximize, minimize the browser, then get the current position, set a position, and things like that. Okay, these are the inner interfaces that work closely with the WebDriver interfaces. One thing to remember, all the abstract methods that are exposed by these interfaces are implemented by remote WebDriver class. This shows an hierarchical overview of Selenium WebDriver interface. As I told, it starts with the base interface, which is a search context, which has the two abstract methods, find element and find elements, which is extended by the WebDriver interface. As you see, it extends the search context. It has some of the methods like get title, close, quit, manage, etc. There are also the inner interfaces like option, timeout, target locator, navigation, and window, and which is these are implemented by the remote WebDriver classes. And yeah, so yeah, so relating to the WebDriver interface, we have JavaScript executor. The methods like execute script, execute asynchronous script allows the execution of the JavaScript in the context of the current context of the browser, taking the screenshot and storing it in a particular location. That is done by the take screenshot. And then we have web element interface to interact with HTML elements like click, send keys, get, etc, etc, and all of them are again implemented by the remote web element class. These are implemented by the remote web element class, which is a part of remote WebDriver class. Okay, and then the browser specific classes basically extends the remote WebDriver classes. Then we have a Chromium driver class, which is extended by the Edge driver and the Chrome driver. Then we have a Firefox driver. Then we have the Safari drivers. We also have an Internet Explorer driver, which is basically deprecated. This is basically the overview of the Selenium WebDriver interface and class hierarchies. Hope you enjoyed learning with me. In case if you find this video useful, please support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.